Okay, and this one, it's a Subaru Forester. The driver's window is stuck up, the up position. It won't come down. They're power windows. So I'm going to say if it's got a fuse, might have blown a fuse. The switch could be bad, or something in the motor and the window regulator assembly. Those are, I think, the only three things that control a window. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a look at it. Okay, so it's a Subaru 2006 Forester, and she said that the this window, that one works, that one works, that one works, so this one doesn't work. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna check whether it's I already looked for a fuse. I thought that was gonna be it. I thought it was gonna be easy, and it's not there. I can't find a fuse for this circuit, so it's either gonna be the switch or the motor. So I gotta take this off. What I got to do is, I looked on YouTube, this comes off, this piece comes off, there's a screw under here, there's a screw in there, pop this loose and this all comes out, so I'm going to do that. I forgot to mention, you got to unplug this before you can take this off. Let's see, there's, that one's pretty easy, and I think that one needs to be, that piece needs to go in right there. Set that aside. Okay, so here's the plug. This plugs into the motor. So I'm gonna put my meter in here, and I'm going to tell the window to go down. And I got minus 12, and I'm assuming when I tell it to go up, I get plus 12. So I got 12 volts to this plug, and this plug goes directly, this is the motor. It's got to be the motor. So now what I got to do is try to get this motor out. Okay, so I can't do it. There's three screws in here, 3 Phillips screws that hold this motor to the regulator. I can't get them out. I tried. You know, if they had used bolts with a head on it instead of screws, it would have been a heck of a lot easier. One thing I noticed, the plastic's not on here. It's missing, so water can get in there, and that might have destroyed the motor. Anyway, so I got to take this whole window regulator out. I'll get back to you. Okay, here's the project. I've got to take these 2 pieces out. I don't have to take those bolts off. I just have to loosen them, those nuts. And then I got to completely take that out because this has to come off of there. That's what's holding the window in. Then I got to take this, and this out. This is the guide that the roller rolls into. Then I have to take this, and these 3 out. Loosen this one. See this big hole here? That's so the thing doesn't fall when you get all the screws out. And so you can lift it out of here. I got to take that whole assembly out. I got to get the motor off. I called, they have one in stock. So that's what I got to do. I got to get this out. Okay, so I clamped the glass so it can't fall down. I was able to get those 2 nuts off. I got that nut off. I mean, that thing barely, I mean, you got to really work to get it off. And then this upper arm here is just going to fall off of these, but you have to unhook it from here, and you got to get in there and really work to get it off of that stud. So if the top part's loose, I got all the screws out. So in theory, when I pull this out, See this here? I just got to lift it up into there. And this whole thing. Now, getting it out could be interesting because not a lot of room in here. But you know what? They got it in, so it's got to come out, right? That's what I'm thinking. They got it in, it's got to come out. All right, I'm going to turn the camera off. Okay, you just got to work it. It comes out. So when it's installed, that's kind of what it looks like. The glass sits in here, and this stud goes through here. That long piece I took out is where the roller goes. I'm going to clean that. I'm going to grease the roller. I'm going to grease this. Here's the motor. So I'll show you the screws. I couldn't get them out. See these 3 screws? If you can get those 3 screws out, this is a lot easier job. I just couldn't get them out. So I just think it would have been so nice if they put bolt heads there instead of Phillips screw heads. Yeah, I would have never got those screws out. I had to, I couldn't even get them out with this. I had to like put vice grips on one of them and, you know, torque it to get it to start. So that was a losing battle. Anyway, I got the new one in. Here's the old one. It's pretty rusted. I'm assuming it's bad. We're going to find out here in a minute. I'm going to put it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, let me show you. Okay, so I got the new motor plugged in, and the teeth of the motor mesh with this gear right here. So I'm going to see if that moves when I tell it to go. Let's see. It was all the way up, so I'm going to tell it to go down. There it goes. See that? Now I'm going to tell it to go up. Okay, so it's working. Okay, I'm going to put everything back together. I'm going to grease a bunch of stuff first. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've got it in. I'm going to lower it down to here, so I can put those screws in. I'm gonna have to take this plate off, but it's gonna be a lot easier on the glass and then on here. So this plate's got to come off. I'll take this off. I'm gonna lower the glass into here, put those 2 nuts on, and then probably put the other one on in here. See how much easier it is when you can lower your window? These 2 here, and that one in there. You know, it's just makes it so much easier. You know, you just tighten them up. So I've got everything's in. The window's in. Everything's in. I'm going to put it all back together, and then I'll show you the final product. Okay, so she said it hasn't worked in 3 years. There we go. It works. Now she has an air conditioner that's not working. So that'll be another video. This was just for the window glass. I'm going to start working on her air conditioner.